Mm-hmm.
All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before we get started, we'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto our Heavenly Father and to His only begotten Son,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Hashem,
Ba'ashem,
Abshai,
Yahushai,
Shem,
Ba'ashim,
Rakadash.
Rakakodash. Yep, next double honors to the double honor to the apostle elders at Great Millstone who rule well and taught us 100% truth according to the Bible. Is your brothers at GMS Raleigh NC Camp coming at you with a Lord's willing edifying lesson. Going into the fear of the Lord. Lord's willing this lesson be edifying. Brother Gadal, you got it, bro.
God, yep. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 1 and verse 7. It says, the fear of the Lord, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, is the beginning of knowledge. Okay, what knowledge? The knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the scriptures. But it says, but fools, all right, which is 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, according to the seed line of your father, all right, who are the true biblical Israelites. It says, despise, which means to hate wisdom and instruction. All right, and that word instruction goes into warning. Okay, because 2/3 of the nation of Israel are going to fulfill Zechariah 13:8. All right, and our people who don't want to receive the warning will be destroyed. All right, as the scriptures say, they shall be cut off. All right, I'm gonna go into my next precept. It says, this is the book of Proverbs. It says, this is the book of Proverbs 14 and 26. In the fear of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, is strong confidence. And that word confidence goes into faith. Okay. All right. Fearing the Lord comes with many benefits, but to just speak on one of the benefits that come with fearing the Lord is when you fear the Lord, you shall be delivered from evil. And that's pursuing the book of Sirach 33 and 1. It says, and his children shall have a place of refuge. All right. It says shall have a place of refuge, which is the refuge goes into a shelter or a protection. All right, which is a covering. Because when you fear the Lord, you're going to be hid. You're going to be hid from destruction. And we know the only ones who are going to fear the Lord or the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of the 144,000, all right, 12,000 out of each tribe, all right, starting with Judah, on down to the Latinos, and then with the natives, the so-called natives, all right, which is the tribe of Gad, all right, and the 1/3, all right, of the believers and the helpers, and also that great multitude that is scattered. But yeah, brother, you got it.
Yeah, yeah. And just to clear up a little bit, would you like the elect, right? Consisting of 144,000 men, and then men, women, and children, right? That's sincerely believe. Both groups makes up the elect. I just want to make sure. And you said makes up the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, right?
Con.
Yeah, I just want to clear it up. I want to make sure we're saying that right. But I want to preset real quick. I'm gonna get a preset real quick, just based off what you were saying, right? Because the fear of the Lord, the benefits that it come with, right? Um, this is Isaiah 33 and verse 6, right? You were talking about being protected, right? Refuge, right? The fear of the Lord, right? That's one of the benefits that come with it, right? Um, Isaiah 33 and 6, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. So the wisdom, knowledge, understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is what's going to keep us stable, right? When all hell breaks loose, right? And like the brother just got in Proverbs 1, it says the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, right? The beginning of the wisdom, knowledge, understanding. So, and it says, and the strength of salvation. So our salvation is predicated off this wisdom, knowledge, understanding, which you only get with the fear of the Lord, man. Like the brother was going into, man. So that's one of the benefits of the elect. Lord willing, to be a part of that number. They're gonna be stable where all hell and destruction and chaos ensues upon the face of the earth, man. And it reads, the fear of the Lord is his treasure, man, right? So the fear of the Lord as a treasure. When you treasure something, right, you hold it dear to you. Everybody got a favorite pair of shoes, they got a favorite outfit, right? Everybody got favorites, right? When they treasure something, right? You're not gonna wear the all white Nike Air Forces outside in the mud when it's raining and stuff. Why? Because you cherish those, right? Those your favorite shoes, right? So what? The fear of the Lord, the elect, right? It's like a treasure, man, right? It's a rarity, right? It's something that everybody doesn't have, and everybody's not going to get. Like the brother was going into to those who are going to fulfill that Zechariah 13:8. They didn't. The fear of the Lord wasn't a treasure unto them, right? They didn't seek out Yahweh Shem Shai. They don't think that this truth is profitable, right? So what? That's going to come with their downfall. But that's it right there. Did you have anything else on yours, Godal?
Nah, my brother, that was it.
Con. With the water, Tazaba, you got it.
Okay. It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10, verse 12, and it reads, And now, Israel, what doeth the Lord thy power require of thee? It says, But to fear the Lord thy power, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, right? And you do this to the best of your abilities. It says, And to serve the Lord thy power with all thy heart and with all thy soul. And that word heart in the Hebrew goes into the Hebrew word lab, which means your mind. I'll go ahead and read verse 13 as well. It says, To keep the commandments of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and his statutes, which I command thee this day for thy good. Right? So these us keeping the Lord's ways to the best of our abilities, right? That's a benefit for our good, right? One of the goods, as the brothers beautifully just explained, keeping the fear of the Lord gives you a hedge of protection, right? And another one of the precepts that's been coming out is where the fear of the Lord is, it turneth away wrath. So hey, where the fear of the Lord is, like I said, you're gonna have that protection, right? And as the scripture just read, it says, I read it again, verse 13, Deuteronomy 10 and 13 says, To keep the commandments of the Lord and his statutes which I command thee this day for thy good, right? And this was Moses talking to the children of Israel, and this still applies today. No, I get I get the next precept. This is the book of Psalms. It's the book of Psalms 34 and 34 and 9. It says, Oh, fear the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, ye his saints. And who are the saints? The saints are the Israelites, right? You can read that in the book of Psalms 147 at the bottom, where it says who the saints are. Let's see, make sure I'm correct on that. This is Psalm 147.
Sasha, what was you were saying
Like,
who the Saints are? Was it 148?
148, yeah, Salakia.
That's
Yeah,
all
yeah,
good.
yeah,
Next
Salakia.
chapter.
Yeah. The water.
Mm-hmm.
I read it again. Psalms 140, Salakia. Psalms 34 and 9. It says, Oh, fear the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, ye his saints. The saints are the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Right? It says, For there is no want to them that fear him. Right? Because You know, King David said he never seen the righteous forsaken nor seed breaking bread, right? So you don't have to want for anything when you fear Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, right? And the main thing you won't have to want for anything for is spiritually, you know. You won't be lacking spiritually because of the fear of the Lord, you know. And that fear is gonna lead to more understanding, you know, more wisdom, more faith. You know, all these things uh all these things complement each other when it comes to the fear of the Lord. So it's no want for the elect of the nation Israel at all, you know. But you got it, bro.
That's right. And I wanted to clear something up too. That I said Isaiah 33:6. Right. It says the fear of the Lord is His treasure. Right. This is a treasure of the Lord's, man. That what He has bestowed upon us. Right. That's why it's so rare, because what not everybody finds it. It's just like a treasure with a treasure map. Right. And this ties into everything that brothers is saying. Right. The fear of the Lord, it's like, well, the treasure map. You got the, you got the seek, you got the search, you got to find it, right? A diligent search to seek and find it, to what, to get that treasure, man, to obtain that treasure. Because as the brother Qarab is going to read when he I don't know if that's I think his first precept. What you got? Because it's going to say that, right? That what wisdom is better than rubies. What's your first precept, bro?
Well, I was bringing out Proverbs 8 and 13 first,
Oh,
but that
okay. That's Psalms 111.
yeah, I got that one next. 111 and 10.
Con. Okay. Well, go ahead. I ain't gonna be long winded. Bring out that first one, and then when you read, matter of fact, yeah, go ahead, just bring it out. I have to look at it.
Okay. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 8 and verse 13. The
Oh,
fear of
Salakia. That's it. But read, go to 10.
Okay, you want that 111 Psalms 111:10
No,
first.
right where you at? Instead of starting at verse
Okay,
13,
con, con,
start.
con.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, this
Mhm.
is the book of Proverbs, chapter 8 and verse 10. Receive my instruction and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold.
Mhm.
For wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things that may be desired are not to be compared to it.
Ooh. Hey, look, man. This is the treasure, man. This is the wisdom cannot be compared to anything that can be desired. Because what's the thing here in the world, man? Right? Cars, clothes, the money, the H to the Izzos, the jewelry, right? None of these carnal and vain things can compare, right, to the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Shem Shai, which that is only obtained through the fear of the Lord, man. Right? It's priceless. Right? There's two things. There's things that are worthless, and there's things that are priceless. Right? And the most desirable thing, well, for us the elect, Lord willing, we are part of that number, is what? The fear of the Lord. That's priceless. You can't put a price on it. Right? Oh, well, how much? What's the fear of the Lord? What's the fear of the Lord worth? It's you can't put a price on it, man. Right? You got it, bro. I mean, I guess you could read through 12 and just jump and go, or just jump to 13, whatever the spirit to you.
It all melds together.
Oh.
This is Proverbs 8 and 12. I, wisdom, dwell with prudence and find out knowledge of witty inventions.
Right. This wisdom is deep, man. Right. Just plainly simple, man. The answers to this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shine is the answers to the universe, man. Understanding this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is the principal thing, like the scriptures say, right? The deep
Con.
dark sayings, the mysteries, the parables, the prophecies, right? We're dealing with the power that created the heavens and the earth, man, and the universe. We're dealing with the power that because everything exists because he exists, right? This is the infinite wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. We have it right here, man. Right? You got it.
Proverbs 8 and 13. The fear of the Lord, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, is to hate evil,
Mm.
pride, and arrogancy, and the evil way, and the froward mouth do I hate.
Right. Because what? The fear of the Lord coincides with obedience, right? So to fear the Lord is what? It's to hate evil, right? What the world, no, Job 9:24, the world was given into the hand of the wicked. So the whole world is being pushed in a wicked vibration, an evil vibration, right? And those that fear the Lord, they hate it, right? Well, who's that? King David said, with that perfect hatred, right? It's okay to hate as long as you hate. Your hate is in righteousness. When your mind and your heart is after Yahweh by Shimi Awashai, man. Right? We hate this world and we hate how it's being ran, man. Right? We hate the evil way, the forward mouth, right? Because when you go into forward, it goes into being disobedient, right? Or deceitful. Mm, that was a good one. You read that one again, Baba Kashan?
Okay. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 8, and verse. You just go straight to 13, right?
Yep.
Okay. 8 and this is Proverbs 8 and 13. The fear of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is to hate evil, pride, and arrogancy, and the evil way, and the froward mouth do I hate.
Mm. Pride and arrogancy. What is pride? Pride is what? When one departeth away from his maker, right? So if you're prideful, you ain't following the law, such commandments to the best of your ability. You ain't following the ways of Yahweh Shimei Shai, the ways of Yahweh Shimei Shai at the forefront of your every thought, move, and decisions. No, because you departed away from Yahweh Shimei Shai. So you of the world, man, right? Your manner and your character is of wickedness, man, right? But those who truly fear the Lord, right? What does it say? They that fear the Lord, uh, shoot. It ends at love it not. They that fear the Lord hate of abomination. Uh, I'm losing it, but hey, those that are with the Lord, they hate everything that this world has to offer, man. Right? They hate the abominations. They hate the wickedness that's being pushed in this in the earth, man. Right? That proudness, that arrogancy, because everybody, especially here in America, right, which is the epicenter of wickedness here on the earth, are proud as hell and arrogant as hell, and they stick their nose up at Yahweh Bashim Yahweh, not just with their words, but with their everyday actions and how they live. It's talking especially about 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and 2/3 of Israel, which consists of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Right? Everybody think they under control. That they got it. That they know something, right? When they really don't know anything, and the Lord is about to show us power real soon. You got your next precept, bro. Let me see.
Okay, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 111 and verse 10. The fear of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is the beginning of wisdom.
Mm,
A good understanding have all they that do his commandments. His praise endureth forever.
boom. That's it right there. Right? The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Right? The same wisdom, knowledge, understanding that'll keep us stable in these last days. Right? And a good understanding have they that keep his commandments, right? First of all, Job 28 and 28. Behold, this is the fear of the Lord. Right, the fear of the Lord is wisdom, right? And departing from evil is understanding, right? So they have a good understanding who keep his commandments. Why? Because they're departing from evil, right? They're abstaining from all manners of wickedness, right? That's where that good understanding comes from, showing forth that you understand, right? That as what the true chosen people of Yahweh Shem Shai, we have a standard that we live by, right? So hey, anybody that's saying that that in the law, statute, commandments, and obedience, it goes hand in hand with the fear of the Lord, man. Right? So no, it would never come out of a true believer of Yahweh Shem Shai's mouth that the law, statute, commandments are done away with. Why? Because the scripture said what? They that do what is pleasing unto the Most High shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality, man. right? It's all about pleasing Yahweh Shimon Shai, serving the Lord to the best of our abilities, man. Right? But hey, we're not gonna be a dead horse. We're gonna end it right there. And give peace and love to your elect. Lord willing, that was edifying. Till next time, we say shalom.
Shalom
Shalom.
to the elect.
To the elect.
To the elect.